currently work for the YoCrunch Corporation in Chicago, and my title is brand manager.
I currently work at a small technology company called Fieldglass. Business analyst.
Procter & Gamble as an assistant brand manager.
I am currently with Label Master. It is a privately held packaging, labeling, and logistics services for the hazardous goods industry, and I'm the Vice President of Marketing and Product Management.
Prior to coming to the MBA program, I was an Army officer, and there I found that I really liked working with teams to accomplish objectives, accomplish tasks, so that sort of led me to look for a role in marketing, particularly CPG marketing.
My career path has been very non-traditional.
It was a little bit non-traditional.
Been very non-linear.
Well, I wasn't sure coming out of high school and undergrad what exactly I wanted to do.
Came into the MBA program straight out of my undergraduate, which sort of made me fitting two worlds, both as an early entry career as well as an experienced MBA.
I started out in a leadership role with Aldi Foods and did operations in the grocery industry, and then from there leveraged the recruiting experience I had to go in to be a full-time recruiter. Then I decided that was not really a career path that was going to have a lot of longevity, so I decided to come back and get my MBA in marketing. Since then, I've worked for about 3 years for a small company here in Champaign, doing in basically the toy industry, kind of high-end toys. And then I went to Anheuser-Busch, worked on the Bud Light brand team. From there, I went to Conagra Foods at their world headquarters, working in the frozen division on Healthy Choice and a small vegetarian brand called Light Life. And now I currently work at YoCrunch.
Into account management and customer service with IBM Global Financing, and then really enjoyed being in front of the customer and helping them solve their problems. So kind of got the interest in marketing that way. Came back to get my MBA and got bitten by the CPG bug when I was doing some consulting work here with the Illinois MBA program, and actually ended up with Hallmark Cards as part of their executive development program. Life takes a turn, and I had an opportunity to move overseas and take a small business that I had started and actually run with it, and took kind of my engineering background, the technical experience that I have, along with the passion for the customer, and marry those together with the maintenance, repair, and operating industry. And now I'm transferring those skills to a smaller company, a larger role, more responsibility with Label Master.
Before the MBA program, I took a lot of diverse experiences, working with international trips, volunteering abroad, and then within the MBA program, highly involved with Illinois Business Consulting, moving into my current career with Fieldglass.
I did a lot of work when I was a recruiter. I also did a lot of sales, and I thought that was interesting, but it really didn't have a lot of passion. I didn't have a lot of passion for that, and I always have been very curious about packaging and marketing and advertising, and so kind of by the process of elimination, that's how I discovered that I wanted to be in marketing.
For me, I knew what I wanted. I knew that I was very interested in a consulting type role, a chance to work with clients, a chance to work across teams. But I think one of the benefits for me and some of the mentors that helped me get to where I am allowed me to know that it's not necessarily the company specifically as the role that you're really interested in.
I actually have an engineering background, then realized I kind of lifted my head up when I was supervising production, realized I didn't want to do that for the rest of my career. I was trying to figure out how I can take transferable skills from a highly technical industry into one where I'm closer to the customer. Probably the biggest resources are the people that I've met along the way. The journey has brought a tremendous amount of relationships, and they are absolutely invaluable.
What has been really helpful for me has been the Veterans Network, keeping in touch with other old Army guys that are looking for jobs, looking for work. And
so the resources that have been the most beneficial are certainly your classmates, the resources here within the MBA program, but also ensuring that you reach out to old friends from undergraduate or business professionals that you meet coming through, whether it be alumni or companies as well.
Fellow coworkers and then other people that I've met at networking events, like going to different trade shows and reading journals and things like that that are made available to people in the industry that do consumer packaged goods.
I love presenting, I love mentoring, so getting involved in organizations and associations that foster that have been absolutely essential to my growth and development.
Be flexible. Find the things that you really like to work on.
Don't get wrapped up in the grades. This MBA program is so much more than simply a report card. It's really a life experience.
You own your career. Kind of think about what you want, but don't be married to any one given idea.
Peel yourself out of the classroom and peel yourself away from the books at times to really get immersed in the unique opportunities that this program offers, whether that be through student initiatives, through different clubs, even departments outside of the business school, or simply making your own. This is a time in your life where you get to make your own journey in a very safe environment. You should really jump at that.
Always work on networking. You're always going to need help along the way, either in terms of advice on the next step in your career, or advice and insights on a culture or strengths and weaknesses of a company that you might be interested in taking a new position with. It's very valuable from the perspective of both friendships as well as professional advice.
Another really important aspect of the program here is to come in with a knowledge of what you want and where you want to go. But most importantly, not so much the what you want, but why you want that. And that every action that you take is really driving you towards that, and that it's trying to build yourself and build your story.